G.com.
Seriously, my dealership just fixed the transmission.
And Guy and his cheap transmission fluid.
We all know how it can be to go to the wrong place for transmission repair. Made up of over 800 pieces, the transmission is the most complex part of your car.
Note to self, don't let your hot neighbor fix your transmission.
So it's important to have it fixed by someone with the right training and experience. And no one has more of that than the experts at AMCO. People have known us as the transmission experts for over 50 years. From simple transmission repairs to highly complex custom rebuilds. If there's something wrong with your car, it could be the transmission. So bring it to the transmission experts at AMCO. AMCO. AAMCO. Get our comprehensive multi-point check free, a $79 value.
See amcojacksonville.com for complete details.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
This is the Mangler. By now you've heard my commercial for Advanced Disposal on our need for CDL drivers. As a result, we've added some good drivers to our team. However, we still have some positions to fill. We're looking for CDL drivers in Northeast Florida, especially in Clay County, St. Johns County, and yes, Duval! Come be a starter on our team. Earn a solid wage and get full benefits. Head to our website, advanceddisposal.com/careers, and get signed up today. That's advanceddisposal.com/careers.
Equal opportunity employer.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Flame Broiler's $5 happy hour will keep your wallet and waistline healthy. From 2 to 5 p.m. weekdays and all day Saturday and Sunday, enjoy your choice of all-natural chicken, Angus beef, or organic tofu with veggies served on steamed rice. Try one of our 4 Jacksonville locations today. Simply healthy. Flame Broiler.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. Holy great deals, Batman. How do we do it? Murray Superstores offer an exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty, so stop paying those big city prices at those big city dealers. Shazam! And we'll trade anything from kitchen mops to laptops. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Local Sports Update. I'm Taylor Dahl for 1010XL. The comments about 2 games in London continue as Calais Campbell joined SiriusXM Radio on Friday to share his thoughts on 2 games.
You know, obviously going overseas and playing 2 home games. You know, I mean, it's one of those things where it's gonna be tough. You know, I mean, that's gonna be a situation where you're in a new place. I mean, we've been there before. We have some history, some familiarity with it. You know, but it's gonna be a little bit tougher.
An ice-cold Gator offense led to a blowout win versus Ole Miss, 68-51. Number 8 Knowles blow past Miami, 98-81, and UNF posted a 69-60 road victory at Florida Gulf Coast to earn a season sweep, while JU bounces back with an important road win at NJIT, 65-54. It's 52 degrees at 7:02. Time and temp are brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
All right, 7:02 on a Monday morning. Locked and loaded, ready to get this week off to a bang-up start. Taylor Dahl in the house, all jagged up today, Taylor.
Yeah,
kind of jagged spotty
there.
Yeah.
I did.
What'd you do this weekend? We like to live vicariously through our younger set. Huh? Any of the Googans out there catch your eye this weekend?
Did you have an Oscar party, Tater?
No, I didn't even watch the Oscars.
Good for you.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't really watch
gained
that.
a little respect for you right there.
Certain times I'll go back and watch little clips if I hear they're good, but I'm not going to sit there and watch all of it.
Way too sanctimonious for me. I mean, these are some of the low-character people in the world who want to give, morality lessons. They just annoy the bejeepers out of me. I like watching movies. I'm fine with all of them as actors, but as people, weird, vacuous people.
Yes.
I would say.
And and a lot of it, I feel like, because a lot of the movies I watch now, because of Netflix and all that, you watch them so far after that I'm like, I don't even know what they're
Correct.
talking about.
Yeah, for sure. All right. What do we do? Bonfires? We go out and about? What are
Friday
we doing?
went out, saw a friend's band play.
Oh.
Saturday I did nothing. We just watched movies all
Nothing
day.
wrong with that.
Yeah. Yesterday we went to the Food and Wine Festival in Riverside.
Oh, that sounds fun.
It was fun.
Look at
Yeah,
you.
there was live music, and it was very, very crowded, though. It was hard to make your way through.
If you had to, anybody out there in listener land, if there was ever a contest and you got to choose to like spend a day or a weekend with one of the drill crew, I encourage all of you to ride with Taylor. You'll go have fun with her. Like with Hick and I, Hick, you'll be at some like hitting session watching his kid in the cage. Me, you'll just be sitting on the sofa watching the XFL or some nonsense.
Maybe you get to golf with you, though.
That's true too. I really don't golf much on the weekend.
Oh, really?
My back is still bothering me, man.
I was about to ask that.
It's ticking me off, and I'm like that classic old idiot that doesn't go to the doctor and doesn't take pain relievers when he should. In this case, never uses a heating pad. And
you golfed the day that you woke up with
That's
it,
correct.
so that was
I had
a good
to. I had a lot of pressure on me that day.
idea.
Yeah, a lot of pressure that day. But Mrs. P finally, talked me into putting a heating pad on it, and it definitely loosened it up and made it feel a lot better. But
That's
anyway.
good if you rotate it, too, like heat and ice.
Is that what it
Go
is?
back and forth. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just did the heat part.
Okay.
But anyway, we're
Glad it's
better for
a little
now.
better.
Anyway, all right, that's a Taylor Doll. Intern Mike is in there. He's already cherry picking. He wants my Tampa Bay Vipers. You got them? You want to take them? Did you watch them yesterday? They're really bad. Yeah, why do you want them so bad? He likes crappy Florida teams. He's a Jags fan.
There's plenty to choose from.
Yeah, that you're right. I did, that little joke, I did think of that yesterday when I saw Tampa. I saw, well, there you go. What do you know? Jags, Dolphins, Bucks, for many years, the Rays, the Marlins, the Magic. The professional sports in Florida is not tip-top right now. Although there are a couple good teams, but not a ton of them. So the XFL's opening weekend drew, what did we say, Beef, 3.4 million viewers?
Yeah, I think average 3.3.
I wonder, can we get some? Can we put intern Mike on the search engine in there and like what is that 3.4? Tell me what that is like. Is that like a Saturday night college football game nationally? That one on ABC. Is that a regular season NBA game? I'd just like to know what that compares to, because the one thing that I would say for the XFL, even with the 3.4 million, is that it will that always goes down, right? There's this curiosity of the first weekend. I think it helps they're on a better platform. I watched the game though, and I'm more likely to watch than most, and it didn't hold me. I watched some, but I found myself more interested in the golf or watching Gator basketball until they fell behind by 15 and some of those. Did you watch any of the XFL, Taylor?
I honestly didn't.
Right?
I saw there was a lot of talk about it, though.
I tried to, when we pick these hokey teams, I tried to make myself root for them, but you just can't. You can't manufacture some fake rooting interest. You have to have a hook. So I got to go in search of a better XFL hook. The fact that it was in Tampa, and it just didn't do it for me. And
I had to ask Beef which my team was. I couldn't remember.
Yeah. Were you
You're a Houston Roughneck. You're the only one who
we
lost.
won.
Oh, you won?
Yeah.
Who'd you beat? Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the XFL, ladies
I just
and
know
gentlemen.
they scored 37.
XFL fever. Catch it. All right. Shad Khan.
By comparison, Jeff.
Yeah.
For just total viewers wise, I was looking for a comp, November 30th, Notre Dame Stanford, 4 p.m. on Fox at 3.2 million.
Well, so there it is. All right, well, in that context, that's pretty good. Look, at this time of year, like I said, in LA, it was the most watched sporting event that was on. It was beating golf and local college basketball and, some of the other ones. So we'll see where it goes from there. I do think that the one thing that this league does have compared to the AAF, it's got verifiable coaches. Mm-hmm. You got June Jones and you got Mike Stoops, even Tressman, who was terrible yesterday. I mean, you got guys that have been around the NFL for a long time. So
I'm surprised they didn't wait a little bit longer to make you miss football, a little bit.
I wonder about that too. That's a
maybe just because it's so hot.
That's a valid point, and I wonder that too. I was talking to someone on the phone over the weekend about the XFL, and I said that same thing. I wonder, is it too soon? Should you wait just a little bit? So we'll see. Obviously, Shad Khan hurt all our feelings last week when we lost a second home game to London. Here's hoping that when Shad Khan and the Jaguars say they're committed to the Jaguars long term, and this is just they don't say this, but this would just be a temporary situation until we get further development downtown and some other revenue producers. It doesn't make it any easier. I don't think in any way it's a competitive advantage at all. You heard a snippet of what Calais Campbell said in Taylor's update, but Calais was on this weekend on Sirius XM, and he talked about London and what the trip means and, what some of the benefits and some of the hardships are. So be first, the longer version of what we heard in Taylor's update on just the whole reality of having to play twice in London.
Obviously going overseas and playing 2 home games, it's one of those things where it's gonna be tough. That's gonna be a situation where you're in a new place. We've been there before. We have some history, some familiarity with it, but it's gonna be a little bit tougher. So I hope that whoever those teams we play, we get an advantage over them. Hopefully they'll come over as prepared, and they can give us a little bit of an advantage. But at the end of the day, we got to win them no matter where they are. It can be, anywhere, no matter what it is, you have to win enough to get into the dance, win your division. So I'll play wherever they want me to play. I'm going to go out there and do my best.
There's still a question of whether or not Calais Campbell will be back here. The more I sit and think about this football team, you need to sign. If he won't restructure, nobody's earned it more than he has. Work around it. What are you without Calais Campbell, by the way? What are you going to do? We're going to move. I know we're just bursting with potential Taven Bryan outside. What's your plan if you don't keep him? I know, obviously, the answer is, Unique and Josh Allen. Let me ask you guys a question. Which do you feel more confident will happen? Calais Campbell will be back or Unique Ngakoue will be back?
Jan.
You feel more confident Jan will be back. What about you, Taylor?
I want to say Jan just because I would think they'd go after him hard, but I feel like Calais might be a little easier to get to stay.
I feel like Jan is going to leave, guys. I feel like he's had enough of the Jags. He's personally offended by what happened last year, and that even if they give him that, look, there's a lot of things working against Jacksonville right now, and not the least of which is they don't look anything like a championship contender. Here's something else guys want to do. Look, if you're think about it, any job you're in. If you can make the same amount of money and do it for a winner or a champion or just for some, week-to-weeker, a hit and hoper, then when you go to the successful one, sure you would, especially if you're an athlete trying to win a title. So that doesn't mean I'm right on that. I really, obviously, on a team that's not real good, those are awfully good players. Let me tell you how good teams don't get better when they let their best players go somewhere else. That doesn't sound like good strategy to me. I'd rather overpay, be in trouble, and fill in the 40 to 53 on my roster with some that I'm going to have to get better I'm not sure of. But when it comes to the front line, Calais Campbell and Unique Ngakoue are 2 of the 3 most productive players on the defense. Why in God's name would I let them go if I can help it? So, meanwhile, from 1 games to 2 in London. You heard Calais talk about some of the difficulties. We hear, look, I had a great theory working for a while. Now, back-to-back years, it's been deflated. But I really thought the Jaguars, once they got the London thing down, that it would be an advantage playing there. If you're going and playing in London and you go every year, and here comes the Houston Texans or the Philadelphia Eagles, and they've never been to London before, I really, really thought that was about as competitive advantages an NFL team gets over another and more of a home field advantage than if they were playing here in Jacksonville. But then the last 2 years happen, and it doesn't feel that way. So, Calais Campbell, what say you? Does the experience in London help this football team?
I've been there 3 times already, so this will be my 4th time going over there. And so I have a little bit of routine, but it's not the same as my regular home game routine. But that second week should be, should be. And so hopefully that gives us a little bit of advantage, and we can go out there and dominate. I love to scratch out 2 wins in London. That'd be huge for us.
I'd love to scratch out 2 wins, Calais. That'd be huge for all of us, too. I will say this. Don't you take a little bit of comfort or that Calais talks like a guy who is going to be here, right? He's talking about he talks like a guy who will be doing these things, not might be doing these things. All right, beef has spanned the globe for the constant variety in sports, so we'll tee them up some other headlines and stories from the weekend with a 10-minute drill when we return. Still have a football fix coming your way today. We're going to talk with Tony Baselli, the big fella, a little bit later on. Breakfast with Baselli will be on the tee here in about 45 minutes and much more. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback. That means it's your day to weigh in, so feel free to hit us up at 641-1010. That's the same number for the text line and online at the drill at 1010XL.com.
Now, Downtime with Dan on 1010XL. Brought to you by Ameris Bank. Our look is changing, but our commitment to you remains fierce. Learn more at amerisbank.com/new look.
I saw recently that Pro Football Focus had Gardner Minshew as their number 1 rated rookie quarterback. And that excited me, and it should excite all of us, right? I mean, the kid played well considering what he had around him and what kind of football team the Jaguars were. And he won 6 football games for this football team a year ago. And he had comeback victories as well. All kinds of things that you look for. The only thing that bothers me about Pro Football Focus is who they had rated number 2 as their best rookie quarterback. You're saying, oh, Dan, it must be Daniel Jones. No, it wasn't Daniel Jones. Certainly Kyler Murray. No, it wasn't Kyler Murray. Drew Lock was 4-1 as a starter as a rookie. Must be him. It wasn't Drew Lock. Dwayne Haskins. Ooh, that hurts. But nonetheless, that aside, we saw with our own eyes the kind of football player that Gardner Minshew can be. You got to let go of the stigma of him being the 178th pick, and you got to see what this kid is able to do going forward.
At Ameris Bank, we didn't become bankers so we could tell you no. We chose this profession because we knew we could make a difference. That's one thing all Ameris bankers have in common: a determination to get you what you need when you need it. Soon you'll notice Ameris Bank's look is changing, but our heart and fierce determination remain. We are proud to add a new chapter to our solid legacy and remain fiercely committed to you. Learn more at amerisbank.com/new look. Ameris Bank, member FDIC.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
This is Coach Matthew Driscoll with the UNF Ospreys. If you want your players to be treated like the pros, we highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is Jason Christie from the Jacksonville Icemen. We trust Southeast Orthopedic Specialists for our team's orthopedic needs. And if you want to be treated like the pros, we highly recommend them.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
The First Coast AcuraDealers.com President's Day sales back. Take advantage of 1.9% APR on the most affordable performance luxury sedan in the Jacksonville area. The 2020 Acura TLX. First Coast AcuraDealers.com. APR offer valid for well-qualified buyers. 36 payments of $28.60 a month for $1,000 finance. Excludes PMC. The dealer sets own prices. See dealer for details.
Diamonds Direct makes it easy for you to go over the top this Valentine's with an expanded selection of the most romantic gifts and 3 years zero-interest financing on any Valentine's purchase. You know jewelry is the #1 gift for Valentine's, and Diamonds Direct is the #1 destination. Diamond studded